Hey, it's Jo. So for today's video, we are going to eat homemade hamburgers and fries. Meron ako ditong dalawang hamburger. Pumunta ako ng Pure Gold, bumili lang ako nitong burger buns, tapos ng lettuce. Meron tong tonkatsu, pork tonkatsu and cheese. Tapos nilagyan ko lang siya ng madaming lettuce. Pakita ko sa inyo yung itsura sa loob. Ayan, may lettuce, may cheese. Tapos, ito yung tonkatsu sa ilalim. Ayan. Dahil nag-crave ako sa Jollibee hamburger, pero medyo skeptical kasi ako magpa-deliver. So, gumawa lang ako ng sarili kong burger. Siyempre, kapag may burger, may Coke. First burger. In-air-fry ko lang yung tonkatsu, tapos in-air-fry ko rin yung french fries para tipid sa mantika. And iba pa rin kapag homemade, kumbaga, customize mo kung gaano karaming cheese, gaano kalutong, kung gaano kadaming lettuce. Diba? Kasi sa McDonald's, ang alam ko, lalagay sila ng buong lettuce, pero sa Jollibee, shredded yung lettuce nila doon. Sobrang laki niya. Pigain natin para magkasya sa bunganga ko. And balik ta rin natin para makagat natin siya ng maayos. Actually, nakalimutan ko siya lagyan ng mayonnaise. Pero okay lang. Kasi kahit walang mayonnaise, masarap na siya. Hindi ba, mama po? Harap na. I told ya. Masarap pag homemade kasi pagka gusto mo na less lang yung cheese, madaming cheese. Bili ka ng supermarket. Kung gusto mo ng maraming mayonnaise. Kung gusto mo lagyan ng bacon. Lagyan mo na kung ano-ano. Pwede.
Kaya may puminigay na kapitbahay.
Mabuti na lang tulog si Snow. Kasi kung hindi, may umuungol na naman ito sa tabi. At meron namang tatahol-tahol. Okay, so if maririnig nyo yung electric fan ko as usual, mainit, rainy season, pero mainit pa din, and hindi na nakakapagtaka kasi parang laging summer in the Philippines. So, for today's video, we are going to talk about the... Excuse me. So, for today's video, we are going to talk about the Nutty Putty cave. And pero malungkot yung kwento na to today. But I want to share his story kasi I believe meron tayong matututunan dito sa kwento natin today. And nagulat ako na meron pala mga taong katulad nila. Ang tawag sa kanila is spelunker. Basta yun. So yun nga, yung story natin today is called the Nutty Putty Cave. And ang bida sa story natin today is was Josh Jones. And as usual, na-film ko na yung audio nito kasi mas madali yun for me na i-insert ko na lang yung audio kaysa habang kumakain ako, tuloy-tuloy ako sa pagsasalita kasi mahaba yung video ko. Kailangan kong tumigil from time to time para magtanggal ng tinga ko. Kasi nakakahiya naman sa mga perfect na hindi nagkakatinga no, habang kumakain. So yun, insert ko na lang yung video here. Panoorin nyo habang kumakain. Okay? So yeah, insert video. Now na. John Jones loved spelunking with his family. His father frequently took him and his brother Josh on caving expeditions in Utah when they were kids. The boys learned to love the underground depths and their dark beauty. Josh wasn't his only brother. John Edwards Jones was born into a big family of 5 boys and 2 girls. He also had 16 nieces and nephews. John was a devout Christian. He's a Mormon. And according to his family statement, he was known for his good nature, delightful sense of humor, strong work ethic, a genuine love of people, a masterful ability to relate to children, a love of and unwavering faith in the gospel of Jesus Christ, and his commitment to his family as an amazing husband, father, son, and brother. John was 26 and studying to become a pediatric cardiologist, and he recently became a father, and his wife was pregnant with their second child. On November 24, 2009, the brothers, John and Josh, decided to rekindle their love for caving and picked Nutty Putty Cave as their next conquest. As I've said earlier, they loved caving when they were kids. Mga bata pa lang sila, dinadala na sila ng kanilang father sa mga caves. And ang tawag nga dun is spelunking. But wala silang masyadong exercise kumbaga. Kasi dahil nga lumaki na sila, nag-aral sila, nagkaroon sila ng kanya-kanyang family. So hindi na sila masyado nakakapag-spelunking. And parang nagkayayaan lang si Josh at saka si John na mag-caving ulit. And it was Wednesday, 8 p.m., just a few days before Thanksgiving when they arrived at the cave site. Dun nga sa Nutty Putty Cave. Pero hindi lang silang dalawa. They have 9 more friends and acquaintances who joined their caving mission, kumbaga, na kasama nila sa pagki-caving. They were quite a large group when they entered the Nutty Putty Cave. For an hour, everything is smooth. Okay yung pag-explore nila dun sa cave. And lahat sila ay nag-explore. Una nilang in-explore yung largest part ng cave, which was named the Big Slide. After nun, si John, yung magkapatid, si John at si Josh, and two of their friends decided to take up a challenge they had heard about. Yung narinig nilang challenge na to about dito sa Nutty Putty Cave ay yung passing through the birth canal. And itong birth canal na to, sobrang narrow niya, as in sobrang kitid, and challenging talaga yung passageway. But the birth canal eventually opens up into a larger room. So, si John, yung unang pumasok dun sa kanal. And he wiggled forward for some time. But he didn't see any larger area. However, he continued to inch forward. I will also insert photos nung itsura nung passageway or nung birth canal na ito. Nakita ni John na medyo narrow pa din yung birth canal and hindi niya nakikita yung sinasabi nila na sobrang kitid niya sa una and then pagpapunta ka na sa dulo, magiging wider na yung pwede mong galawan. Siyempre, kuweba eh. Kumbaga may mga parts ng kuweba ng Nutty Putty na hindi pa na-explore. So confidently, John pressed forward. Kasi parang nanotice siguro niya na medyo nag-widen na yung space na ginagalawan niya. Kumbaga, actually hindi naman talaga siya makagalaw kasi nga medyo makipot itong passageway na to. It all went wrong 50 feet earlier. It was unclear actually kasi maraming conflicting sources on the internet if John entered the birth canal and accidentally turned and wriggled into the scout eater or if he had missed the birth canal entirely and crawled into another passageway just next to their intended canal, which is the birth canal nga. And may isa pa kasing passageway na malapit sa birth canal, which is called Ed's Push. So dahil nga, syempre, pag nasa kuweba ka, if you can see on the illustration, may mga passageway na sobrang sikip, makikipot, na parang pag tiningnan mo siya with your naked eye, there's nowhere na magkakasya ang isang tao. Pero dahil nga nag-e-explore sila and may mga naman siya mapa kumbaga na eventually may lumalaki yung passageway and eventually makakalabas ka ng walang scratch or mahihirapan ka lang sa una pero eventually makakalabas ka sa dulo. Pero dahil nga pagpasok ni John, maliit lang yung passageway, so hindi talaga niya nakikita kung definitely ba ay may lalabasan siya doon sa kabilang dulo. And siguro yung intended nga niyang pasukan is yung birth canal pero nagkamali siya ng liko or kung ano man kasi nga maraming ang conflicted na sources and doon siya napunta sa Ed's Push. And itong Ed's Push na ito, there is no way na yung height and weight ni John ay magkakasya. Kasi si John is 6 feet tall and 200 pounds. And because nga no one is sure kung anong nangyari, John was eventually trapped nearly upside down doon sa passageway na nilusutan niya, which is supposedly the birth canal. Kumbaga, kung titingnan mo, parang kinain ng bato yung buong katawan ni John dun sa loob ng cave. Ito daw kasing Ed's Push ay may 4 na uncharted passageway sa dulo. Pero lahat ng passageway na to ng Ed's Push ay sobrang liit para sa tao. And if ever man na nagkamali siya kung nagkamali nga si John ng pinasukan or nilusutan, kasi malapit din itong birth canal sa scout eater naman, ang tawag dito sa passageway na malapit din sa birth canal. And itong scout eater, there is no way din na magkakasya siya kasi maliit din yung mga passageway. In any case, John kept pushing through until he couldn't continue. Kasi syempre, sobrang sikip. Kumbaga, kung claustrophobic ka, never kang papasok sa ganito kaliit na passageway. So dahil nga walang nakikita si John na wider opening, kumbaga, he continued. He kept on pushing forward, hoping na makakalabas siya doon at makikita nga niya yung wider na opening. However, John wriggled into a fissure that went nearly straight down, which made him unable to turn back on his own. Dahil nga sobrang sikip, yung sobrang narrow nitong crevice na to, he was trapped in measured 10 by 18 inches. This size, yung 10 by 18 inches, is comparable to the opening of a front-loading washing machine, except it wasn't a perfect circle. And John was stuck in the tightest part of the opening. And he was trapped more than 100 feet below the ground and deep inside the cave. And all John could do was wait and pray. So, dahil nga sunod-sunod naman silang pumasok dun sa cave, si John, si Josh, at saka yung dalawa pa nilang kaibigan. So parang inisip na lang ni John was to wait for his brother kasi alam niya na yung brother niya ay kasunod niya sa paggapang nga doon papasok sa passageway. And after the long wait, his brother Josh, who was following him, was the first one to find John. Nakita nga niya na ang nakikita na lang ni Josh is yung paanong kapatid niya. And di ba parang nakakatakot isipin or makita yung kapamilya mo na paan na lang niya nakikita mo. Kasi nga, kumbaga, yung opening kasi, kasya pa sila eh. Kung isipin nyo, naglalakad kayo sa kalsada, lumiko kayo kunyari sa kaliwa nyo or sa kanan nyo. Parang ganyan. Siguro, ganun yung nangyari. Tuloy-tuloy yung pagpasok nila, pero nung lumiko si John dito sa certain passageway na to, doon na siya na-trap. And habang gumagapang siguro si Josh, yung kapatid ni John, nakita niya yung paan na lang na kapatid niya. And tinry ni Josh na hilahin si John. Pero, so nahihila naman niya. Pero once na nag-let go siya, or binitawan niya yung paa ni John, bumabalik ulit si John sa loob. Kumbaga dahil nga medyo pababa yung passageway, kumbaga nahuhulog ulit pababa si John doon sa crevice, doon sa passageway. And yung pagkakatrap pa ni John doon sa loob ng passageway is naiipit niya yung isa niyang kamay and yung isa niyang kamay is naka-forward sa kanya. So kung gagapang man siya, yung isang kamay lang niya yung pwede niyang, kumbaga yun lang yung force niya, yung isa niyang kamay. His ankles and feet were free, but were of little use as gravity pushed him down. Kumbaga, para kang naglagay ng malaking hotdog sa loob ng stick o parang ganyan. Dahil nga sila ay devout Christian, Josh and John said a quick prayer. Pagkatapos nun, gumapang palabas si Josh para humingi ng tulong slowly because yung passage nga is medyo tight. So once Josh was outside, he quickly called for help while yung iba nilang friends stayed with John. Yung unang tao na dumating para tumulong kay John is Susan. Si Susan is a local rescue volunteer and she immediately dropped everything she was doing when she received the message on her rescue pager and rushed to the scene. So she arrived around midnight doon sa Nutty Putty Cave. And dahil nga babae and medyo mas maliit yung frame ni Susan, madali siyang nakapunta doon sa kung nasaan si John. And kinausap niya si John, sinabi niya, "Hey John, this is Susie. Kumusta ka dyan?" Ganyan, kumbaga. So sumagot naman si John, sabi niya na, "Hi Susie, thanks for coming, but I really want to get out." And within the next few hours, tens and tens of rescuers arrived. The rescue team quickly brainstormed a plan after a plan. Syempre, plan A, dapat may plan B ka. So, nag-discuss sila, even lubing the walls of the cave. Kumbaga, para mas smoothly silang makapasok sa loob ng cave. And, ang ginawa nila, tinalian nila yung paa ni John, yung paa niya tsaka yung legs niya, para mahila nila pataas. At the same time, nag-try sila na mag-drill ng mga rocks malapit kay John. Dahil nga masikip and matigas yung bato, medyo naging slow at medyo painful din yung work na ginawa nila. But after an hour, they managed to drill a rope a couple of inches dun sa mga rocks doon para makatulong na hilahin si John. Kasi yun yung una nilang plano. Talian sa paa si John at hilahin siya palabas. However, dahil nga complicated yung posisyon ng katawan ni John, nearly upside down siyang na-trap doon sa passageway. Yung visible lang sa kanya, sa mata ng mga rescuers, ay yung paa niya. And yung ceiling above doon sa paa ni John is sobrang baba. And kumaga kapag hinila siya ng mga rescuers, walang masyadong force kasi nga masikip, 'di ba? Kailangan may buwelo kumbaga. Hindi makakabuwelo yung mga rescuer kasi nga sobrang tight nung passageway. Nag-try sila ng rope pulley system, anchoring the pulleys with bolts and then drilling the bolts deep in the cave walls. Pero dahil nga masikip, sobrang hirap talaga ng rescue operation. And marami na ring rescuers, volunteers, marami ring emergency services, and even helicopter outside dun sa cave para once na mailabas si John doon sa cave, maladala ka agad siya sa emergency kumbaga. However, sa loob ng cave, John was doing worse because he's been upside down for a long time and he's having difficulty breathing. And yung heart niya had to work twice as hard against gravity para ma-push yung continuous blood flow out of his brain. Kasi nga, halos upside down, 'di ba? Parang kailangan niyang huminga ng maayos para mag-circulate yung blood at hindi mapunta lahat sa ulo niya, kumbaga. And his emotions is also, swinging back and forth between panic and calmness, which is understandable, 'di ba? Kasi nga ikaw ba naman matrap ka sa ganung kaliit na passageway. So at one point, the rescuers brought a two-way cable radio into the cave and managed to lower it to him so he could speak with his wife. So dumating dun yung asawa niya sa entrance lang kasi hindi naman na nila para papasukin pa dun sa loob kasi masikip na nga may rescuers na dun sa loob. And John and his wife were both agitated, understandably because of the situation, but they comforted each other. So now John had been trapped upside down for 19 hours, and the rescuers thought that things start to look better, everything changed because the rescuers finally installed their pulley system and started to pull out John nga. They worked in an 8-man tandem, all tugging as one. John was at times in great pain, so they made frequent pauses. Syempre, kumbaga, masakit sa paa yun, kasi mabigat siya 200 pounds, tapos sa paa mo lang hihilahin. Di ba masakit yun sa muscles niya sa paa, tsaka sa ankles niya. But each time na hinihila siya ng mga rescuers, they managed to pull John up a bit. Kumbaga, unti-unti. After pulling him upwards the third time, John was finally lifted high enough so that he could make eye contact with the rescuer closest to him. According to the rescuer, John looked tired, his eyes were red, and his face was dirty, but he seemed fine, sabi ng rescuer. And tinanong pa niya si John kung, how are you? Of course, anong klaseng tanong yun, pero, di ba, anong sasabihin mo, di ba? So, sumagot si John, sabi ni John, it sucks. I'm upside down. I can't believe I'm upside down. My legs are killing him daw, sabi niya. Pero sabi ng rescuer, even though John was complaining, he had a smile on his face. Nagpahinga ulit sila and decided to continue. But after much trying, for the fourth time, when they tried to pull John out, the entire team fell backward as the rope suddenly went loose in their hands. The closest rescuer felt something hard hit his face and he passed out for a second. Nung nagkamalay etong si rescuer, he saw nothing but dust. And nung natanggal niya yung dust, he realized that the stone arch near John's legs, where the rope was tied around, had shattered, and the nearest key bolt had broken off. He couldn't make out in the dust where exactly John was. Kasi nga, syempre, kumbaga natanggal itong mga bolts and ang dami alikabok. So, hinanap niya si John, hindi niya makita. And yung hard work nila, parang nasayang. Dahil nga bumigay yung lubid, John had slid right down the crevice again. Bumaba na naman siya dun. And ang nangyari, parang John slid down even deeper dahil nga nabitawan nila yung rope, which is hindi rin naman nila gustong mangyari. Bumigay yung rope. And yung rescuer suffered a severe facial injuries from the impact with a metal carabiner, and he couldn't continue his rescue efforts. He had to switch places with his dad, who was also on the rescue team. So mag-ama yung kasali dun sa rescue team. And nung nagpalit na nga, actually ang sabi pa dun sa article, ayaw pa nga sanang umalis nitong rescuer. Kaya lang dahil nga severe yung nangyari injury sa mukha niya, natamaan yata siya ng bolts or ng rock sa loob ng cave. But yung mga other rescue teams insisted, at saka nandun naman yung tatay niya para pumalit sa kanya. So nung yung pumalit na nga yung tatay niya, na-realize nung etong bagong rescuer na medyo mas nagiging shallow yung breathing ni John and less frequent na yung paghinga niya. And John was struggling to stay alive. The rescuer called for John, but he received no answer. The rescuer became desperate and he tried to lower himself into the crevice to put the rope around John's waist, but he got stuck himself. After finally wriggling himself free, he drilled a new hole for the pulley and crawled out of the cave, exhausted. And then, dahil nga pagod na tong pumalit na rescuer, may pumalit ulit sa kanya. And this another rescuer tried to reach John, but he couldn't make contact with him. Soon after, a medical professional crawled into the cave and reached John. At midnight of November 25th, 2009, John was pronounced dead. He was just 26 years old, a new father, and there's a new baby on the way. A total of 137 rescuers worked hard for almost 28 hours to save John, but had to leave the tragic site with empty hands and heavy heart. One of them actually told the media that this was his toughest rescue in his 29 years of being a search and rescue volunteer. The next day, the authorities determined that it was too difficult and dangerous to get John's body out of the cave. So, the Nutty Putty cave will forever remain the final resting place for John Edwards Jones. A week after the accident, public authorities decided to close Nutty Putty Cave to the public permanently. It has been sealed ever since. John's family had a plaque put on the entrance of the cave in his memory. So yung Nutty Putty Cave became the resting place of John. Kasi nga there is no way na ma-retrieve pa nila yung body niya, and sobrang delikado din para sa mga rescuers. Sobrang nakakalungkot. He's only 26. Toddler pa yung panganay niyang anak. And there's a baby on the way na hindi na siya nakilala. So yeah, I can't imagine how painful it is for his wife and his family. Sabi nga nila, you can't compare the pain of losing a loved one to anything. Parang kahit na I experienced that. I mean, I lost a loved one and sobrang sakit. And hindi ko siya pwedeng i-compare dun sa sakit na naramdaman ng iba nung nawalan din sila ng mahal sa buhay. Kasi iba-iba naman yan eh. 'Di ba? You can't say na mas masakit yung nangyari sa'yo kaysa sa nangyari kay ganito. The thing is, it's painful to lose someone you love. And naalala ko dito yung nangyari din kay Dr. Li Wenliang, yung unang doktor na nakadiscover ng virus. Buntis din yung asawa niya nung nawala siya. I'm sharing this video for us to learn something. Hindi ko naman na para ituro sa inyo kung ano yung dapat yung matutunan, but yeah, let's live one day at a time. Let's tell our loved ones that we love them. And I'm not sure kung comforting dun sa kanyang wife na nagkausap sila bago mawala si John, but so, 'di ba, nakakaloka, na nakakalungkot, na nakakatakot yung nangyari kay Josh. Nung nakita ko tong article na to, actually may napanood ako na video, and nakakaloka yung diagram kung saan siya napasuot dun sa Nutty Putty Cave. And until now, nandun pa rin siya. Kasi nga, dahil sobrang kitid nung sinuotan niya na opening doon sa loob ng Nutty Putty Cave, there is no way na makuha pa ng authorities na ng family niya yung katawan ni John. Actually, dun sa video na yun, ang dami kong nakita ng mga comments na, hindi ko na sabihin ko sa ang video ha, para itong video ko yung panoorin nyo, na mga, hindi siya hate comment, pero victim blaming, kumaga. People who are blaming the victim, si John. And yung iba, may point siguro at some point, pero parang wala naman na si John para ipagtanggol yung sarili niya. Wala pang nakaka-explore nung certain opening na yon doon sa loob ng cave, pero sumuot pa rin si John. Siguro akala niya may bago siyang madidiscover na daanan, kumbaga. So lesson is, let's be extra careful. Like, bago tayo gumawa ng mga bagay-bagay, let's think twice. Especially yung mga katulad nito na yung mga situations na your life is on the line and medyo hindi palaging umi-effect or hindi palaging dapat nagiging motto ng mga tao ang YOLO. Depende sa sitwasyon. Ang hirap kasi ng palaging YOLO, pero alam mo yun, nasa bingit ka na ng, you know what I mean? So yeah, maging mindful pa din. And especially, di ba nga, tomorrow is never promised. Hindi mo alam kung, alam mo yun, bukas nandyan ka pa. Kasi nga, walang makakapagsabi. Nakita ko tong trick na to kay Stephanie Su. Actually, hindi siya trick, pero ganito siya kumain ng burger. Binabaliktad niyang ganyan. Kasi nga naman, pag nakaganto, ang hirap niyang kagatin. And for some reason, it works. Like, pag binaliktad mo yung burger, pag dito mo siya kakagatin, medyo may struggle, pero hindi ganun kahirap. That's it for today's video, guys. Sobrang busog na ako. Almost nakadalawang burger ako. Sobrang takaw ko. Kasi nga, gutom. Although kumain naman kami kanina ng arroz caldo, pero wala eh. Nakakita ng pagkain, ganun talaga pagka naka-seafood diet ka. When you see food, you eat. Kaya seafood diet, beshi. So yun nga, ginawa ng pelikula yung nangyari kay John in September 2016 na ang title is The Last Descent. That's it for today's video, guys. Please like and subscribe. Please stay safe, stay home. Ganun pa din, magugas tayo ng kamay, wear our mask. Ang dami-dami nangyayari sa Pilipinas, nakakaloka, ang gulo-gulo. Ipag-pray na lang natin yung Philippines. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. God bless you all. Bye!